Welcome, everybody. So happy to see you today. It is the September 6th, September 6th, 2022. And my name is Paul Fletcher. I am so happy to be jumping back into session number 4, book reading of Master Sha's newest book, the Tao Calligraphy, How to Heal and Transform Depression and Anxiety. And this has been truly beautiful. I've really enjoyed reading this book. Some of it is duplicated from the previous book, Tao Calligraphy, How to Heal and Transform Your Back. There's certain parts of it that are in essence the same. They carry the same wisdom and the same messages. And yet at the same time, because I'm reading certain parts that are repeating themselves, I'm actually pretty surprised of what I didn't grasp the first time through, because the wisdom, as always, true wisdom has many layers. And so I am really enjoying the opportunity to learn some of those deeper layers. So for those of you that are unfamiliar, my name is Paul Fletcher, and I'm one of the center leaders at Tao Center Portland. And truly, the greatest opportunity is to be able to chant and trace with this book, this service, because it's just so beautiful. This ability to work with this book. Dr. Master Sha, for those of you that are new to who this teacher is, has the extraordinary ability to transmit power into books or into people or onto objects, things of that nature. And one of his most important abilities is the ability to offer healing through what's called Tao calligraphy, like you see behind me, this particular piece of art. And then I'll do a screen share of the front of his book. Let me pull it up here. Here we go. So this is the front of his newest book, and you can see this art in it. There's the book as a whole, but the art itself, it has the actual calligraphy. And we will be using this in just a little while to practice and do some healing with. So it's pretty amazing. For those who have just come in, please say hi. Welcome, Pamela. So happy to see you here. Everybody else, let me know where you're coming in from. We got some people coming in on YouTube, some coming on Facebook also. Let's spread the word. I mean, with 40% of just those in America, they know that 40% have depression. That's documented. How many are not talking about it, right? How many of our friends need this? Almost everybody needs this. So it's a great opportunity to make a big difference in somebody's life. Copy paste this link that's in your URL and send it to your friends, and they can watch the recording. So I don't have a lot of time today. I've got to run to an appointment in about 25 or so minutes. So I'm going to read roughly 10, 15 minutes, and we're going to do practice 10, 15 minutes, and we're going to get a lot of power out of this. I'm here every Tuesday, every Thursday at this time, going through this book, pages by pages, learning a little bit deeper, doing some practices. So let's jump on in, and let me share a new screen. Here we go. All right, and so we're going to pick up where we left off, which was, let me go back one page. Here we go. So the root cause, success and failure, as we've been talking about prior to this, was positive and negative information. And for those that did not see last week, this positive and negative information is what creates the problems in our health and our wellness and our relationships. It's typically already in our vibrational field. I'm not going to go back into those teachings. They were last week. You can find them both on Facebook and on our YouTube channel, and you can get the clear explanation, both the scientific explanation and the ancient Eastern philosophy way of looking at it, which is called Shen Qi Jing. And then we use the Tao science approach. And the combination of those two approaches clearly understand the nature of where our success and our sufferings generate from. And so when we left off, we started moving into the 5 sacred phrases. So these 5 sacred phrases are being put here and listed in this, this area of this book, because the entirety of this wisdom is to help us to truly understand how we can stop our suffering. And so let's take a look at these. These 5 sacred phrases tell us to avoid receiving and creating negative information, because we receive negative information internally from our own thoughts and externally from things outside of us, right? So there's an ancient phrases, mu bu wang shi, er bu wang ting, ko bu wang yan, now bu wang shan, xin wu gua ai. These mean the eyes do not see negative things, ears do not hear negative words or sounds, mouth does not speak negative words, mind does not think negative thoughts, and heart is not concerned or disturbed. So truly, very, very poignant, the words they're teaching here. Buddha taught Shin Wu Gua Ai. Shin means heart. Wu means not. Guai means I. So this means, collectively, all concerns and worries convey negative information. Raise your hand if you're one of those folks that conveys your worries through negative information, right? A lot of us do. A lot of us have concerns. We have worries. We have fears, apprehensions. And one of the important things to understand is they contribute to your success or your failure, okay? So when our heart does not have any concerns or worries or fears, grief, anger, sense of lack, depression, or any kind of negativity, then we can create and enjoy a life that we want. Xin Wu Gua Ai is important wisdom and a practice to create a life we want. So the source, it goes on to say, of everyone and everything is referred to as the Tao, and another word they use is emptiness. In physics, emptiness is called a vacuum. So this is pulling from a chapter dedicated to Tao science. For those that just got here, didn't watch the previous chapters, we're wrapping up a chapter more steeped in the science of things. So you're going to hear things like vacuum and emptiness, okay? So in physics, emptiness is called a vacuum. Emptiness has no shape or form. It has no space or time. Quantum physics tells us that within a vacuum or emptiness, there are infinite possibilities and infinite information, energy, and matter. And everyone and everything comes from the source, which includes all of that emptiness, energy, and matter. Source then is connected with everyone and everything. This is why the source has pure, positive information, energy, and matter. And this is important to understand, to stop for just a moment and come full circle on this. And welcome to everybody who's just joined. Please click into the chat and tell me where you're coming from. I'm so happy to see you here. Make sure you hit the share button. And so Dr. and Master Sha is one of the world's most renowned healers. He wrote a book on how to heal and transform depression and anxiety. What he's trying to share with us, how can we transform fear, anger, worry, all of those emotions that block the heart, okay? Because we all want more success in every aspect of our life, but it's almost like we're just running in heavy mud shoes and we can't seem to get forward. The answer, according to both the ancient wisdom and Tao science, is that this blockages are in our field. And how did they get there? By our own thoughts, words, and actions from this in previous lifetimes. And it remains in our field. Again, that's been covered extensively in the first couple of chapters. And what he's sharing with you now is that when you connect to the source, the most pure source of positive frequency and vibration, then obviously that will help transform the negativity on our field. The Tao Calligraphy is the medium through which that can occur. Tao Calligraphy, you will come to learn in the chapter 6 and 7 when we go into detail on them. They act as a portal. They act as a middleman, a way through which that pure source does not have to go through the layers that you and I have difficulty reaching. It's like a gap, you know. It connects Earth to the highest layers of heaven, and causes that higher layer to more easily be accessed, where we can access that most pure information and healing opportunity. This is what's been made available to us. Now, if you're new, that's going to sound a little strange, but he doesn't ask you to believe it. what he asks you to do is practice with the calligraphy. And, or as he would say, if you want to know if a pear is sweet, taste it. If you want to know if this truly works, then you practice with it and it will prove itself out. And we know that because it's been around for well over 10 years, just the calligraphy side of things. And it's created well over 100,000 tangible, measurable results. Okay, let's pop back in. There we go. And so we go on to say, the beauty and power of this book comes from connecting with a Tao source field to receive source frequency and vibration, source most positive information, energy, and matter, and the source highest power of soul over matter to heal and transform our negative fields of negative information, energy, and matter. And as a reminder to you, negative information, energy, and matter is a Tao science terminology. We're capturing negative information by our thoughts, words, or actions. Those are messages. They affect the energy, they affect the matter. Go back to the previous second and third version of this recording, and you'll get clarity on that if you are new to this. Next page. Okay, so why do people have challenges in health and relationship, finances, and every aspect of life? Millions of people suffer from sickness in the physical body, including all kinds of pain, inflammation, cysts, tumors, cancer, COVID-19, and many other sicknesses. Millions of people suffer from sickness in the emotional body, including anger, depression, anxiety, worry, grief, fear. Raise your hands if any of these are ringing a bell for you, right? Guilt, shame, loneliness, and more. Millions of people suffer from sickness in the mental body, right? A lot of us, we don't give enough credit to this one, including poor concentration, diminished memory, negative thinking, judgments, ego, and many mental disorders, schizophrenia, OCD, PTSD, and more. Millions of people suffer from sickness in the spiritual body because the soul can carry negative information. This is the key. So in fact, as we have seen in the universal law of Shen Qi Jing from chapter 2, negative information is the root cause of all kinds of sickness in the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies. Millions of people have relationship challenges, including with partners, parents, children, siblings, and other relatives, friends, bosses, employees, colleague challenges, organizational challenges, and more. Organizations include belief systems, cities, countries, and more. You could have relationship challenges with each other. How many people have issues with the county overtaxing you, or the government taking you to the cleaners? All of these are challenges. Millions of people have environmental challenges, including polluted air, polluted water, land, inadequate shelter, unhealthy food, lack of health care, and more. Millions of people have financial challenges. Why? Why do we have so many challenges in every aspect of life? What is the key understanding for all of these challenges? Is there a solution for these challenges? And if so, what is the solution? Master Sha goes on to say, I have wrote this book to answer these 4 questions. Above all, I wrote this book to serve you, humanity, and Mother Earth. In one sentence, humanity has all kinds of challenges in health, relationship, finances, spiritual journey, and every aspect of life because of negative information, energy, and matter. The spiritualists would say negative Shen Qi Jing. What then is the key to understanding all of these challenges? In one sentence, the key is that the heart and the soul, not the physical heart, the spiritual heart and the soul are affected and influenced by this negativity. Is there a solution for these challenges? In one sentence, pay attention. The solution to all challenges in health, relationship, finances, the spiritual journey, and every aspect of life is to apply positive information, energy, and matter to transform the negative. Okay, let's stop there. He is not saying, welcome Carolyn, welcome Risto, everybody else who's here and hasn't commented in the chat, love you, and thank you for coming and sharing. He is not saying I am healthy. I am healthy. I am healthy. It's a positive affirmation. I'm applying positive messages. Yes, do that. But that's not what he's saying here. He's saying that the highest form of positive information in all creation is from the Creator itself. That's what he's saying. And the Creator created you, created me. But when we were created, we were also created in free will. And that free will allows us to make mistakes. Those mistakes including negative thoughts about people, negative thoughts about ourselves, negative words towards people or ourselves, and negative actions towards people or ourselves in this lifetime and in other lifetimes. And what that does is it doesn't leave our field. We could say, you're the worst person I've ever met and I'm never gonna da-da-da-da-da-da, and I curse you, right? You think that just goes out and never comes back? It stays in your vibrational field. Why? Because we are all one. That one, wherever that one is, and it could be you saying these things to you, you're the low life, you're worthless. That doesn't feel very good, right? But that stays in our field because we are all one. So when we harm another, it's the same as harming ourselves. This is the nature of the law of Shen Qi Jing, the universal law that has been stated in chapter 2 and 3. And Tao science now validates it with physics. It can validate these laws that have been known for countless eons of time. Welcome, Mercedes. Great to have you here. And so what he is trying to share in this book and trying to empower all of us with is put yourself, our vessel, our physical body with the emotional, mental body, spiritual body, all of these bodies which represent our soul, put that in front of the most pure source frequency and vibration, which will help purify our spiritual heart and our soul of this negativity. That's what he's saying with that final sentence. So let's do that, shall we? We'll start working with tracing the calligraphy. And at the same time, I'm going to place a mantra. So the mantra that we're going to hear is the Master Sha chanting. And let me pull it up here. Give me just a second. Okay, this mantra is called Greatest Forgiveness, and he has taught that, and I hope the audio will work good on this. I'm not 100% sure. I believe it will work. You may have to adjust your speakers. But what Master Sha has stated is one of the ways that we can transform our negative information that we are experiencing is to do forgiveness. So this mantra, this song that he'll be singing is talking about that forgiveness, and it comes with frequency and vibration within. I'm going to put up the image of this source calligraphy, and we're going to connect to it using the 6-power technique. And so you're welcome to do that with me to get the best results. This is where if you want to know if it works, try it. Okay. For those that might be listening to this in the future on podcast or in a way where you cannot see, it's irrelevant. You'll be able to receive the frequency and vibration regardless if you follow along with me in this invocations. Close your eyes. And again, only do this if you're comfortable with the words. And connect. Dear my source creator, and dear all the beings of love and light, Mother Earth, my own soul, and all of the angels and heaven's teams that may be supporting me in this life, I love you, honor you, respect you. I offer the deepest gratitude to you from my heart, and I thank you. Could you please bless me in this practice? Let's continue. Dear the source calligraphy of healing, transformation of anxiety and depression, I really appreciate you from my heart. As I connect to you and trace you, could you please bless me to release anything associated with depression, anxiety? In fact, could you please bless me for this other thing? So if you have something else that's troublesome in your life, relationship or back pain, ask for that. That's okay. And say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So this is called soul power, right? What we're going to do is we're going to touch all 5 fingers together, and we'll explain why a little bit later, but it connects frequencies in our body and helps to heal the emotions. And we're going to follow the lines of the calligraphy. when I show the image, okay, let me find this image so that you know what I'm talking about. So from the top right, okay, down to the bottom, then go to the top left down to the bottom. So we're simply going to follow this step by step and trace with our hands, okay? That's the body power. Sound power is going to be chanting. I will lead you in the mantra. It'll be something like Tao Calligraphy of depression heals my depression, something along those lines, okay? Just follow along. This all increases the frequency and vibration of the healing. Mantra increases. Holding our hands like this increases. Saying hello to heaven and all the angels increases the healing functionality, okay? Another power is the calligraphy power. We've already connected to it. And then the breathing is normal. That would be the sixth power, okay? Visualize the light coming from this source calligraphy to you. Remember, it's a portal. It's a middleman. It acts as a conduit through which the most pure frequency and vibration comes through it, out of it, and to your heart center. See light coming to your heart center. Let us begin, and I will start the music. You can put into the chat if there's an issue with the music. Otherwise, I'll assume it's in good shape. So start tracing now. I will not chant while the music's on.
forgive me. Love, peace, harmony. Love, peace, harmony. Love, peace, harmony. Love, peace, harmony. I forgive you, you forgive me. Love, peace, harmony. Love, peace, harmony. Love, peace, harmony. Love, peace, harmony. I forgive you, you forgive me. Love, peace, harmony. Love, peace, harmony. Love, peace, harmony. Love, peace, harmony.我原谅你，你原谅我，相爱平安和谐，相爱平安和谐，相爱平安和谐，相爱平安和谐。我原谅你，你原谅我，相爱平安和谐，相爱平安和谐，相爱平安和谐，相爱平安和谐。我原谅你，你原谅我，相爱平安和谐，相爱平安和谐，相爱平安和谐，相爱平安和谐。呀哟呀咿呀呀哟嘿，咿呀呀呀呀哟呀嘿呀哟呀嘿，嘿嘿呀呀咿呀哟呀嘿呀哟咿呀哟呀嘿，咿呀呀咿呀咿呀吼。嘿呀呀呀，嘿呀呀哟，嘿呀咿嘿，呀哟呀咿呀，嘿呀嘿哟呀哟，嘿呀哟呀，嘿呀哟，嘿呀哟。嘿呀哟嘿呀。 hey, yo, ya, yo, hey, ya, yo, ya, yo, ya, hey, ya, hey, yo,
Okay, continue to trace with your fingers. The source calligraphy for healing depression and anxiety. Master Shah has often asked the question, well, how long do I trace? How do I know it's having an effect? And the answer is in the answer. You'll know it's having an effect when you notice a difference. And the thing to understand about the Tao healing in general is if you visualize a cup of cold water and you start pouring hot water into the cup of cold water, will it get hot instantly? And of course, the answer is no. But if you continue to pour the hot water in, then gradually the cold water changes to lukewarm and then hotter and then hotter. And then finally, it becomes the same temperature as that which is being poured into it. And it's the same thing with Tao healing. The root of whatever you're experiencing, whether it's a money issue or a blockage of the heart center leading to depression and anxiety, we don't know at this level anyway what we or our ancestors may have done to contribute to such an unpleasant set of conditions. But we do know that we are experiencing it. We're very clear on that. And so, because we know that the negative information originated with us at some point in time, we also know that we have to add enough positive to transform it. So how long do you trace? You trace definitely as long as it takes to create the result. That could be 10 minutes, it could be 2 hours, it could be 2 months, it could be even longer. The variable is how much of it is in your field. Maybe not much. Maybe you're good after doing 10 minutes for 2 weeks and all of a sudden you just feel 1,000,000% better. Or maybe you get gradually better and by the end of 2 weeks, you're like a new person. That's not uncommon at all, depending on the ailment or the condition. We've seen people with like pain, they're good in 10 minutes. It's just gone and it doesn't come back. But that's only going to happen maybe 10, 15% of the time. The rest of us need to do 10 minutes, maybe 3 or 4 times, and then the pain goes away and so forth. So the calligraphies carry enough of the positive frequency and vibration in most cases to resolve our issues. What the dilemma is the human themselves. We get in the way. Come to the end of this calligraphy, by the way, to the bottom left side, come to the end. And then we'll pause. We get in the way because our mind forgets to do this, 10, 20, 30 minutes a day consistently, where we get out of the way of ourselves. If you said, okay, I have depression, or okay, I have this, I am going to make an agreement with myself for 30 minutes every day, same time every day. I'm setting my alarm and I'm going to do this for 30 days. That's an example, right? And then you do it and you don't get yourself out of any excuses. You just do it. The likelihood of you having very good, positive, and measurable results after that kind of commitment is very, very good. And so this is the nature of working with the healing fields that have been transmitted into these source calligraphies. And actually, the healing field was transmitted to that music that we used. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you could hear it well. And this is a different kind of a program that I'm using to go live. It's not through the Facebook platform directly, so I think it's working, but I didn't hear any complaints, so I'm hoping the answer is yes. So I'm come to the end of this half hour. Normally I'm here a little bit longer, but today I've got some activities I got to run out and do. So I will be here Thursday, probably. I know that Master Shah is doing an advanced event on Thursday, and if it's a very, very important one where I can't catch it at a different time, or it's not smart for me to leave, then I might put a halt on coming in Thursday. But other than that, you can expect me here same time, about a half hour earlier from now, which is 4 p.m. Pacific time. So depending on your time zone, go back about a half hour. So make sure you share, like, tell other people about this, grab the link on Facebook or YouTube and share it, because this kind of information will serve millions. If they just knew about this teacher and this form of healing, how many people can we help reverse depression, anxiety? So thank you so much for coming. I'm so happy to see you all here. Kristen, happy to see you here, and great to connect with everybody. I will see you all very, very soon. Have a great evening. Bye-bye, everybody.